Alright, you didn't stop. I say, is that you, Paul? What's up?
Then, as usual, I hate this school. I wish Mum and Dad had never sent me here. The professors are awful, and the headmaster's beastly. And those bullies chasing me everywhere.
Well, there's nobody crying about it.
Eustace Scrubb, you go away, mind your own business. Nobody asked you to come barging in here, did they? And you're a nice person to start telling us what we all ought to do. I suppose you think we should spend all our time sucking up to them like you.
Paul, is that really fair? Have I been doing anything of the sort this term? Haven't I stood up to them on any number of things? In under torture too?
Oh, I don't know and I don't care.
Would you like a peppermint?
Yes, thank you. I'm sorry. You're right, what I said wasn't fair. You have been behaving differently this term.
You think there has been a change then?
Well, it's not only me. Lots of people have noticed. Even those bullies. Why were you so different last term?
A lot of strange things happened to me over the holidays.
What sort of things?
Look, Paul, you and I hate this place about as much as anyone can hate anything, don't we? Then I really think I can trust you. But this is such a terrific secret. Paul, are you good at believing in things?
Well, I never had the chance. But I think I could be.
Would you believe me if I'd said I'd been right out of the world? Out of this world last holidays?
I wouldn't know what you meant.
Well, supposing I told you I'd been to a place where animals can talk and where there are enchantments and dragons. Well, all sorts of things you have in fairy tales.
How did you get there?
The only way you can, by magic. I was with some cousins of mine and we were just whisked away. But they've been there before. You see, one time they climbed through a magic wardrobe.
Eustace Scrubb, if I find you've been pulling my leg, I will never speak to you again. Never, ever.
I'm not. I swear I'm not.
All right then, I'll believe you. But all the same, what's the good? We're not there, we're here. And we jolly well can't get there. Or can we?
Well, that's what I've been wondering. When we came back from that place, someone there said that my two cousins could never return. I guess they'd had their share. But he never said that I couldn't go back. Surely he would have sent up an intimate that I was to return.
Well, do you mean we might do something to make it happen? Like drawing a sack on the ground and writing in strange letters in it? Or reciting charms and spells?
No, I think those circles and things are rather prompt. I don't think he'd like them. But really, we can only ask.
Who is this person that you keep talking about?
They call him Aslan in that place.
It's a curious name.
Not half so curious as himself. But let's get on. Can't do any harm just asking. We'll stand side by side, like this. And we'll hold out our arms in front of us. Now, will you say the words after me?
What words?
The words I'm going to say, of course. Now, Aslan, Aslan, Aslan.
Aslan, Aslan, Aslan.
Please let us go into...
Oh, yes, I know where she is. She's out clubbing behind the gym. Shall I fetch her?
Behind the gym? Come on.
What are we going to do? There's nowhere else to hide.
There has to be somewhere. Let's go.
Did we lose them?
I don't know.
Come, everyone knows you're there. Out you come.
Come on!
It's a dead end. If only this door were open.
It's never open. It's always locked.
But it's the only other way off the grounds. We know where you are. There's nothing for it. Come on.
Can we get back? Is it safe?
We're coming for you.
Quick. Here, hold hands. We mustn't get separated. I don't recognize it. It's far more beautiful than any country I've ever been in.
I smell the air. It's so fresh and cold. Not at all like the stuff we had at school. Do you think we might be on the mountaintop? My word! Look at that rock!
What do you think you're doing? Come away from the edge.
Don't tell me what to do. What's the matter?
What are you doing, Paul? Come back!
Let go!
Whoa!
This must be a dream. It must. It must. I'll wake up in a moment. Oh, I wish we'd never come to this dreadful place. I wish Scrubb would have. Oh, Scrubb. No. I mustn't cry. I must keep my head. Especially if there are lions in this place. I'm terribly thirsty.
If you are thirsty, you may drink. If you are thirsty, then drink. Are you not thirsty?
I'm dying of thirst.
Then drink.
May I? Would you mind going away while I do? Oh. Well, do you promise not to do anything to me if I do come?
I make no promise.
I daren't come and drink.
You shall die of thirst.
I suppose I shall have to go find another stream then.
There is no other stream.
Why, it's the most refreshing thing I've ever tasted.
Come here, human child. Where is the boy, human child?
He fell into the cliff, sir.
How did he come to do that?
He was trying to stop me from falling, sir.
Why were you so near the edge?
I was showing off, sir.
That is a very good answer. Do so, no more. Now the boy is safe. I have flown him on the wings to Narnia. But your task will be harder because of what you have done.
Please, what task?
A task for which I called both of you out of your own world.
But,
Speak your thoughts, human child.
well, I was only wondering, could there perhaps be a mistake? Because nobody called Scrubb and me, you know. It was we who asked to come here. Scrubb said we were to call to somebody, and perhaps somebody would let us in. And we did, and then the door was open.
You would not have been calling to me unless I had been calling to you.
Then you knew somebody, sir?
I am. Now here your task. Far from here, in the land of Narnia, there lives an aged king who is sad because he has no prince of his blood to look after him. He has no heir because his only son was taken from him many years ago, and nobody knows where that prince went or whether he is still alive. But he is. I lay on you this command, that you seek that prince until either you have found him, brought him to his father's house, or else die in the attempt.
How, please?
I will tell you, these are the signs by which I will guide you on your quest. First, as soon as the boy Eustace sets foot in Narnia, you will see an old, dear friend. You must greet that friend at once. Second, you must journey north to the ruined city of the ancient giants. You shall find writing on a stone there. Do what the writing tells you to do. Fourth, you shall know the prince when you have found him, because he will be the first person to ask you for something in my name. The name of Aslan.
I see.
Perhaps you do not see as clearly as you think, but the first step is to remember. Remember the signs. Say them to yourself in the morning when you get up, and at night when you lay down. No matter what happens, let nothing bring your mind from following the signs. Second, I give you a warning. I've spoken to you clearly here on the mountain. I will not often do so down in Narnia. Here on the mountain, the air is clear, and your mind is clear. As you drop down into Narnia, take care, for as the air thickens, you may let your mind be thickened, or do not. And the signs that you have learned here will not appear at all as you expect them to see when you meet them down there.
Please, how am I to get to Narnia?
On my breath, I shall blow you as I blew the boy Eustace. Now quickly, walk before me to the edge of the cliff.
I've made such a mess of everything. If only I hadn't been such a fool, then Scrubb and I would have gone together, and then we both would have put the instructions.
Think of that no more. Remember the signs and believe in the signs. Nothing else matters now. Now I got to leave. Farewell.
Scrubb, quick, do you see anybody you know?
So you turn up again? Well, keep quiet, can't you? I want to listen to what they're saying.
Don't be foolish. There isn't a moment to lose. Don't you see some old friends here? Because you've got to speak to him once. Arslan, the lion says so. I've seen him.
You have you? Well, what did he say?
He said that as soon as you got here, you can see an old friend, and you had to go and speak to him.
Well, there's no one here I've ever seen in my life before. So for goodness sake, dry up and let's hear what they're saying.
Sire, your ship is ready to sail.
My friends, dryads, naiads, talking beasts, dwarves, Narnians all, gives me great joy and even greater sorrow to leave you now and embark upon yet another voyage. As you know, it has been many years since I have seen the waves on the shores of lone islands, or the fair court of Galm. I have left a piece of my heart in every one of these places. I go now also to seek the great lion Aslan, as his appearance has been reported among these islands in recent months. I have many questions to ask him, but I hope he will have answers. I leave my place, my regent, shrunk in the dwarf, and I hope to return to you at whatever time my quest may be complete. May the goodwill of Aslan be with you all. Farewell.
Alright, so what were you saying about Aslan?
Who are you two?
I'm Eustace Scrubb, and this is Jill Cole. Would you mind telling us where we are?
In the land of Narnia, at the king's castle in Cape Fair.
And who are you?
I am the Glibfella of His Majesty's Isles. Is that the king who's just taken ship? True. Yet, who are you two? There's something magic about you two. I saw you arrive.
We were sent here by Aslan.
True. This is almost too much for me. So early in the evening, not quite myself till the sun's down. And we've been sent to find the lost prince.
That's the first I've heard about it. What prince?
Well, you would better come and speak with the Lord Regent at once. That's him over there, trunk in the door. I would take you to the king, but as you saw, he just slipped. What to do? I cannot think clearly yet. It's too early. You come on.
What is the king's name?
Casimir the Tin.
What did you say?
Casimir the Tin. It's the magistrate in the law. True. Two strangers, my lord.
Eh? What's that? Rangers? What do you mean? I see two uncommonly grubby man cubs. What do they want?
My name is Jill. The girl's called Jill.
The girls are all killed. I don't believe a word of it. What girls and who killed them?
Only one girl, my lord. Her name is Jill.
Speak up. Don't stand there buzzing and twittering in my ear. Who's being killed?
Nobody's been killed.
Who nobody's been killed. Why should anyone have been killed?
You better tell him I'm Eustace.
The boy is called Eustace, my lord.
Eustace? I dare say he is. Well, if he is useless, we don't want him here.
Not useless, Eustace.
Used to it, you see. I don't know what you're talking about. I'll tell you what it is, Miss Metates. When I was a young dwarf, there were actually talking beasts in this country. There wasn't all this mumbling, or muttering, or whispering. It would not have been tolerated for a moment. So, Ernest, my trumpet, if you please.
Oh, my brain's a bit clear now. Don't say anything about the lost prince. It wouldn't do. I'll explain to you later. What did you do?
Now, if you have anything sensible to say, Miss Clintella, you try and say it. Take a deep breath and please don't attempt to speak too quickly.
Yes, really, these two children were sent here by Aslan. Yes, by Aslan
To visit the court of Narnia. Isn't that right, Paul?
Yes.
Sent by the lion himself, then, from that other place beyond the world's end, eh?
Yes, my lord.
Well, my dears, you are very heartily welcome. The good king, my court master, had not set sail this very hour for the 7 Isles. He would have been glad for coming. He would have brought back his youth to him for a moment. For a moment. And now, it is high time for supper. We'll tell me your business in full council tomorrow. Miss Clintella, will you see to it that bedchambers and suitable clothes and all else are provided for these guests in this honorable fashion? Yes. And Clintella, in your ear. See to it that they're properly washed.
Grandmother, why wouldn't you let us tell Champion about the lost prince? Oh, it wouldn't do. Oh, I'll explain to you later. Wait here, I'll turn into a fool. Look, never parted for a feast, isn't it? I say, Scrub, what's the matter? Beautiful fool.
I wish to goodness we never come. Seeing the king, Caspian, an old man like that, it's frightful.
What harm does it do you?
Oh, you don't understand. But I forgot to tell you. You see, this world has a different time than ours.
How do you mean?
The time you spend here doesn't take up any of our time back home. I mean, however long we stay here, we shall still get back to Experiment House at the moment we left it.
Back to those bullies? Well, that wouldn't be any fun at all.
Oh, dry up. And when you're back in England, in our world, you can't tell how time is going here. It might be any number of years in Narnia while it only happens 1 year at home. And now it's been apparently 70 years, 90 years, since I was here last. And I come back and find Caspian an old man.
Then the king was an old friend of yours.
I should jolly well think he was. Not a good a friend of Chacha had. And last time he was only a few years older than me. Now to come back and see that old man with grey hair. It's worse than coming back and finding you dead.
Oh, shut up! It's far worse than you think. We've marked the first sign.
Honestly, Paul, what sign?
The signs are something. Oh, perhaps that's other place. You and I were sent here to find a lost prince, and we have signs that we've got to follow. The first is that you'd see an old friend, and you had to go and speak to him. The second was to journey north to the ruined city of the ancient giants. The third was something about following writing on the stone there, and the fourth was to follow the command of the person who gives us something to do in Aslan's name. So you see, you did see an old friend, just as Aslan said, and you ought to have gone and spoken to him at once, and now you haven't, and now everything is going wrong from the very beginning.
But how was I supposed to know?
If you'd only listened to me when I first tried to tell you, it would be all right.
Yes, and if you hadn't been the fool on the edge of that cliff and jolly nearly murdered me, yes, I said murder, and I'll say it again, so keep your hair on. We'd have come together and both know what to do.
Don't be a perfect beast, Scrub. I say, it's getting dark. Where did that, what's her name? Clintella, where has she gone off to. Oh, hush, hush. Listen, are you two really in earnest about what you've got to do? About the lost prince, you mean? Yes, we've got to be. Good, then there's no time to waste. Here, we've got these two warm traveling clothes. You will need them. Come on.
You and your friend had better lead the way. We're still new to this place.
Too. We're not going on foot. That will never do. You shall ride on us. We shall fly. Oh, shall we be far too heavy for you? Too, little girl. We are both as much as resolved who think we can carry two children. But come, we are wasting time. The Parliament will begin shortly. Hop on. Where are we? You, my dear, are on the floor of the first Parliament of His Majesty's Isles of Narnia.
Parliament? I don't see anyone else.
We're here. We're here.
I should say so. His Majesty's Isles. Shall we begin?
No wonder they cast us yours.
Too much never working in the dark.
All right, let's begin. That's the thing to do. Now, our first order of business regards ye.
Excuse me, I have something to say.
Well, see here, now you can just...
Oh, now, Grady, let him speak. Let him speak.
Very well. The floor recognizes... what did you say your name was?
Eustace. And I just wanted to say that I was with Caspian X on his voyage to the eastern seas, and that I am the king's man. And if this Parliament of Owls is any sort of plot against the king, I'm having nothing to do with it.
We're all the king's owls too.
Always true.
What's this all about then?
Well, you see, if the Lord Regent and the Dwarf Trunkin hears that you are going to look for the lost prince, he would put you under lock and key. You see, more than 30 champions of Narnia, knights, centaurs, and all sorts have sought to look for the lost prince, but none have ever come back. So the king finally decreed that you cannot have all the greatest Narnians destroyed in the search for the sun. And now nobody is allowed to go.
But surely he let us go when he knew who I was and who he sent me.
Such both of us. Oh, I think he very likely would. But the king's away, and Trunkin will stick to the rules.
Right. He's as true as steel and very peppery. We don't understand.
Then there's just one more thing I want to know. If this Owl's Parliament, as you call it, is all fair and above board and means no mischief, then why does it have to be so jolly secret? Meeting in a ruined tower in the dead of night and all that.
Where should we meet? When would anyone meet except at night? Well, it's only this. But all the creatures of Narnia are such unnatural habits. They do things in the broad blazing the night when everyone ought to be asleep. And as a result, they're so blind and stupid you can't get a word out of it. So we else have got into the habit of meeting at sensible hours and talking things over with on our own.
Oh, I see. But very well then. Tell us all you know about the lost prince.
Oh, very well. You see, it all...
Mrs. Whitman, may I remind you that you were scarcely out of the egg when the events concerning the prince transpired. Perhaps it would be better if someone who was actually speaking in sentences at the time related to your guests.
Oh, very well. Everyone give Master Grady the full attention.
It was nearly 10 years ago when Brilliant, the son of Caspian, while still many a night, rode with the queen his mother to the northern parts of Narnia. You might want to sit down. It's a long story, and I don't want you to get wet. Now, in the warm part of the day, they came upon a pleasant glade and dismounted and ate and drank. The queen felt sleepy, so she lay down to rest, and William, not wanting to disturb her, went away. But presently, a great serpent came out of the thick wood and stung the queen on the hand. William heard her cry out and was immediately by her side.
Mother, are you well? What is it?
Billy!
We saw the world gliding away and made after it with sword drawn. Great and shining was the beast, and his ring is poison, but it went way to the woods so that he could no longer track him. So he returned to his mother, and at first glance at her face, he knew that the serpent venom had done its work, and that death was upon her. He was much. The queen was carried back to Camp Parabel, bitterly mourned by Brilliant, the king, and all the people of Narnia. She was a great queen, wise, gracious, and happy, and men said that the blood of the stars flowed through her veins. Now Brilliant took his mother's death very hard, and as well he might. After that, he was always returning to the northern marches to hunt the serpent, kill it, and be avenged. But about a month after the queen's death, people said that they could see a change in him. He had a look in his eye, as of a man who had seen visions. Now Brilliant's chief friend among the courtiers was Lord Trinian, a companion of the king, you see. It was out of concern for his young friend that he confronted him on his daily excursions.
Your Highness must soon give over seeking the serpent. There's no true vengeance on a witless brute as there might be on a man. You worry yourself in vain.
I have forgotten the worm these 7 days.
Then why is it that His Majesty insists on everyday riding in the northern woods?
For I have seen the most beautiful thing that was ever made.
Fair Prince, of your courtesy, let me ride with you tomorrow, that I may also see this fair thing.
With a good will.
So they saddled their horses and rode a great gallop to the northern marches, and alighted on the very same glade where the queen met her death. At noontime, Brilliant looked up, and he saw the most beautiful lady he had ever seen. She spoke no words, but she beckoned to the prince, as if she bade him to come to her. Great, tall and shining was the lady. She was as green as poison. But suddenly she had gone, and Trinian knew not where. So they returned to Camp Parabel, and it stuck in Trinian's mind that this lady was evil. Now Trinian had no desire to be a talebearer, so that night he refrained from telling the king the tale. When he wished he had done so, the next day the prince rode out. That night he did not return, and from then on there has been no trace of him anywhere in Narnia. So it was in the bitterness of his heart that he confronted King Caspar and told him the tale.
And so, my king, slay me speedily as a great traitor, for by my silence I have destroyed your son.
I have lost my queen and my son. Shall I lose my best friend also?
Such is the tale. Well, Brilliant, the lost prince of Narnia.
I bet anything that serpent and that lady are the same person.
We think the same.
But we don't think she killed the prince, because no bones were
We know she didn't kill him. And as I'm told Paul, he was still alive somewhere. Very well. Paul and I have got to find this lost prince. Can you help us? We know we've got to travel north and find the ruins of a giant city.
That's a bit far for us out. So sorry we can't help you.
You want to travel by day, and we want to travel by night.
Well, if you want to go that way, across the plains of Ettinsmore, we might take them to one of the marsh wiggles. They're the only ones that would ever be able to help you. And now, I will take this one. Gravy, would you take the other? It must be done tonight.
Yes! As far as the marsh wiggles.
Are you ready, my lady?
I think she's asleep. Paul, wake up.
Oh, are we going home now?
Here, my lady, we're going to the northern edge of Ettinsmore, the home of the marsh wiggles.
What?
Oh, come on, Paul, back up. After all, it is an adventure.
All the adventures. Do you mean to tell me you're not the least bit sleepy?
No! I've forgotten how good the air is. It makes me feel fresh and alive. I'm a Narnian again, and it's the greatest feeling in the world. I feel as if I could fly myself.
Good. With all humility, I would say, you best be leaving the flying to us.
Where are we?
Good morning, or is it afternoon?
Where are we?
Well, we were in the wigwam of Marshall.
Oh, what?
A marsh wiggle. Don't ask me what it is. I couldn't see it last night. But let's go and look for it.
Where has the thing really got to, I wonder?
The marsh wiggle? I expect. Oh, look there. That must be it.
Good morning, guests. Though, when I say good, I don't mean it won't probably rain, or it might snow, or fog, or thunder. That with the king on everything. Probably be attacked by giants or dragons before sunset, I shouldn't wonder. And you didn't get any sleep, I dare say.
Yes, we did though. We had a lovely night.
I see you making the best of a bad job. That's right. You've learned to put a good face on things.
Please, we don't know your name.
Oh, Puddleglum's my name. But it doesn't matter if you forget it again. I can always tell it to you again. I was just trying to catch a few eels to make a eel stew for our lunch, but I shouldn't wonder if I don't catch any, and you won't like it much if I do.
Why not?
Well, it's not unreason that you should like our sort of eels. Although I've no doubt you'll put a good face on things. All the same, you could try to light a fire, but the wood will be wet, I'd wager. And you could light it inside the wigwam, and then we'd all get smoke in our eyes. Or you could light it outside and the rain will come and put it out.
Can't we just use the fire you've got here?
Oh. Well, yes, I suppose so. Probably no more than a few smoldering coals, though. Now, these eels will take a mortal long time to cook, and either of you might faint with hunger before they're done. You know, I knew a little girl once who... Oh, well, I better not tell you that story. It might dampen your spirits, and that's a thing I never do. So, to keep your minds off your hunger, why don't we talk about our plans?
Yes, do let's. Can you help us find Prince Brilliant?
Well, I don't know if you could call it hell. I don't know if anyone can really help. And we're not likely to make a very far journey to the north. Not at this time of year with the winter coming on soon, you know. Oh, but don't let that get you down. Well, you see, very likely, what with enemies and mountains to cross and rivers to ford and next to nothing to eat, you'll hardly notice the weather.
Wait a minute. You said we.
Are you coming with us?
Yes, of course I am. I don't see why not. But I don't suppose that there's
How shall we start?
Well, we've got to start by finding the ruined city of ancient giants. Aslan said...
Oh, we've got to start by finding it, do we? We're allowed to start by looking for it, I suppose.
Well, yes. And then when we found it...
Yes, when?
Doesn't anyone know where it is?
Well, I don't know about anyone. But it'd be north of here, above the plains of Encore. That's where it is if it's anywhere.
Where's Exonsmore?
Oh, you see, look northward. Those hills and bits of cliff, that's it. And there's a river between it and us. The river Shribble. No bridges, of course.
I suppose we can ford it, though.
Well, it has been forded.
Well, perhaps we'll meet people on the Exonsmore who can tell us the way. What sort of people live there?
Well, it's not for me to say they aren't all right in their own way. If you like their way.
Well, yes, but I mean, what kind of people are they? There are so many strange creatures in this world. Are they birds and dogs and animals or what?
Don't you know? Oh, I thought the owls had told you. Well, they're giants. Oh, let that get you two down, though. You see, right now we're at peace with the giants. So long as we stay on our own side of the river Shribble, which we won't be. Still, I'm sure that if we don't get too near any and we aren't seen, we might make it for a little bit.
Look here, I don't think the whole thing can be half as bad as you're making out. Any more than the chance of you not catching any eels that would be wet. I don't think Aslan would have ever sent us to do so we don't hope it's all that.
That's the spirit, Scrubb. That's the way to talk. Put a good face on things. But you've got to learn to be careful with that temper. Seeing all the hard times we have to go through together. Won't do to quarrel, you know. At any rate, don't begin it too soon. Well, I know this type of thing usually ends that way. We'll be knifing each other before the end, no doubt, but the longer you can keep on with it...
Well, if you feel it's so hopeless, I think you'd better stay behind. Paul and I can go alone. Can't we, Paul?
Do shut up and don't be a fool, Scrubb.
Oh, don't you worry, Paul. I'm coming sure and certain. It'll do me good. All the other eagles, they say I'm too flighty. Don't take life seriously enough. Now, a job like this, looking for a prince who probably isn't there, by way of a ruined city that no one's ever seen, it'll be just the thing. That doesn't steady a chap I don't know what. Let's see how these eels are getting along. Oh! Here, Scrubb. Why don't you try some of this? See what you make of it. Although, I've no doubt you won't shrivel up and die right there. Food for wiggles is poison for boys, no doubt.
It's delicious.
Huh? Eat on then. And as soon as you're finished, we'll start packing. We'll start right now tomorrow morning. So, I've no doubt none of us will be waking up tomorrow morning as it is.
I don't really like it. You know, I think I'm starting to like adventures.
Of course you are. We haven't had any yet.
Point! It's coming back to me now. Now.
2. Travel north to the ruined city of ancient giants. 3. There you will find writing on a stone. Do what the writing tells you to do. 4. You will know the prince because he will be the one to give you a command in the name of Aslan. 2. Journey north to the ruined city of the ancient giants.
What are you doing?
Well, I'm saying the signs. Aslan told me to repeat them over and over to make certain I wouldn't forget.
Let's not stop here. Not the best place for a chat, this. There could be giants behind any one of these large rocks.
You said that about every place we've stopped at.
Scrubb's right, Puddleglum. Honestly, we've been on the march for days now and hardly seen any giants.
Well, yes, but I'm sure we'll be seeing a great deal of many of them soon.
Yes. Surely they're always lurking just ahead. Oh, look out! I say, look at that.
Well, this is certainly the end of the Etton's Moor. How on earth are we supposed to climb down this?
Well, the bright side of it is, if we break our necks going down the cliff, we don't have to worry about getting drowned crossing the river.
What about that?
Wait, it must be a giant's bridge.
Or a sorcerer's, more likely. We have to look out for enchantments in a place like this. I think it's a trap. It'll dissolve and turn into mist right when we're out in the middle.
Oh, for goodness sake, don't be such a wet blanket. Why shouldn't it be a proper bridge? Come on.
You be careful.
Puddleglum. Look, who are they?
Keep going. Move towards them. Anyone you meet in a place like this is an enemy, most likely. It's not. But we mustn't let them know we're afraid.
Good day, travelers. Some of you are young pilgrims who walk this rough waste.
That does me be, ma'am.
We're looking for the ruined city of the ancient giants.
Oh!
The ruined city? Now that's a strange place to be seeking. And what will you do if you find it?
Well,
Begging your pardon, ma'am, but we don't know a thing about you or your friend here. Spanner chap, isn't he? And you don't know anything about us. So we'd as soon not talk about our plans, if you don't mind. Shall we be having a little break soon, don't you think?
Well, children, I see you have a wise, solemn old guide with you. I think none the worse of him for keeping his own counsel, but I'll be free with mine. I've often heard of the giant or city ruinous, but never met any who could tell me the way thither. Now this road leads to the castle of Hartlang, where dwell the gentle giants. And there you may or may not hear tidings of the city ruinous, but shall certainly find good lodgings and merry homes. You would be wise to winter there, or at the very least to tarry certain days for your ease and refreshment. There you will find steaming baths and soft beds and bright huts, and the roast and the baked and the sweet and the strong shall be on the table 4 times a day.
I say, that's something I like. Think of sleeping in a bed again.
yes, and having a hot bath. Haven't had one in weeks. But do you think they'll ask us to stay? We don't know yet, you see.
Well, only tell them that she of the green kirtle salutes them by you, and has sent them 2 fair southern children for the autumn feast.
Oh, thank you ever so much.
But have a care. On whatever day you reach the city, that you come not to the door too late. For they close the gates a few hours after noon, and it is custom of the castle that they open to no one once they have drawn bolt, how hard soever he knock.
All right, we'll make sure we'll find you.
Thank you again.
But of course. Farewell, travelers. I hope you find your ruined city.
Well, I'd give a good deal to know where she's coming from and where she's going. Not the sort you'd expect to meet in the wilds of Giant Land. Up to no good, I'll be bound.
Oh, rot. I thought she was simply super. And think of hot meals and warm rooms. I do hope Hartbeck isn't far off.
Same here. And hadn't she a scrumptious dress?
All the same, I wish I knew a little more about her.
I was going to ask her all about herself. But how could I when you wouldn't tell her anything about us?
Yes. Why were you so stiff and unpleasant? Didn't you like them?
Them? I only saw one.
Didn't you see that hooded figure?
Oh, yes, and I saw him. Didn't speak very much, did he? Now, I was wondering, what would you really find if you lifted that hood of his?
Oh, hang it all. What could be inside except for a man?
How about a skeleton? Or something you couldn't see. Someone invisible, I mean.
Puddleglum, you have the most horrible ideas. How do you think of them all?
Oh, bother his ideas. He's always expecting the worst, and he's always wrong. Now, think about Halfbane and those gentle giants, and get on as quickly as you can.
But now hold hard 1 minute. Aslan said nothing about staying with giants, gentle or otherwise. I think we should simply press on.
Puddleglum, we can't last much longer out here. We're tired of this wind and rain, eating dead birds over campfires, sleeping on hard earth. This is a blessing along the way, and I'm not about to cast it aside.
Scrubb's right. Please, Puddleglum, we've been tracking for nearly 2 weeks now. Let's just get on to Halfbane, and then we can continue the search for the Ruined City from there.
Well, that's how you two feel about it. But remember what I said about your tempers. We'll be gnawing at each other for sure. Now, if we do stay with these giants at their castle at Halfbane, was it? Then you must both promise me one thing. That no matter what happens, you don't mention the fact that we're from Narnia, or that we're searching for the lost prince. Understood? Promise?
I promise.
So do I.
Good. Well, I suppose we'll be wanting to stop and make camp, seeing as it's almost nightfall.
Look! Do you see that road lights? Just past the mountain?
Halfbane!
What? Where do you two think you're going?
Come on, Puddleglum. With any luck, we'll be enjoying hot baths by tomorrow night.
The storm is quickening! I can scarcely see anything ahead!
What?
I said the storm is quickening!
Sickening?
Quickening!
Sickening?
Yes, sickening!
Oh, I can't feel my fingers and toes, and the tip of my nose is numbing up as well.
Don't worry, the gate to Halfbane can't be far off. Look, do you see its lights? They're much closer now.
Saw birds and bonfires.
I say, what a strange country this is. Why, you see the top of this hill? It's as flat as a tabletop, except for those little burgers and hummocks. Probably all sorts of strange creatures hiding in every cranny, just waiting to...
Paul, are you alright?
Both legs broken, I shouldn't wonder.
No, I'm alright, but you'll have to help me out of here.
What have you fallen into?
Well, it is sort of a trench, or it might be kind of sunken lane or something. The road is quite straight.
I wonder, is it a soft road? Because if it was, we could get down there and out of this infernal wind and snow.
Well, it turns to the right, a little farther on.
Do be careful, Paul. It probably leads to a dragon's cave. In a giant's country like this, there's probably giant earthworms or giant beetles.
Well, I don't think it goes anywhere much.
Well, I'm jolly well going to have a look. Giant earthworms.
Alright, let's see where this goes. This way doesn't go anywhere.
This is a dead end too.
Doesn't go anywhere. Puddleglum, you better help us out.
Come on. Up you go.
Well, we'd best press on.
Now hang on a minute, Paul. Are you still sure of those signs? What's the one we ought to be after right now?
Oh, bother the signs! Something about someone mentioning Aslan's name. Diane jolly well not going to give a recitation here.
Oh, that was next, was it? Now I wonder, do you have them right? Got them mixed up, I shouldn't wonder. Have you been practicing them for a while? I haven't heard you saying them in the last few days.
Of course I know what they are, Puddleglum. I just haven't had the time to say them. Let's just press on to Halfbane.
Because it seems to me that this place, this hill, bears a little more looking into. Well, you see those tall chimneys of rock? They could be giant pillars. And back that way, I saw a cave. We could shelter there for the night and take a look around in the morning.
Is this a really good time to stop and admire the view? For goodness sake, let's get on.
Yes, let's. Don't you remember what the lady said about them locking up so early? We must get there on time. We must. We must. We'll die if we shut out on a night like this.
Well, it isn't exactly night. Not yet.
Come on.
Come on, Puddleglum.
You know, he may be a bit of a wet blanket, but he certainly has some pluck. Heart of a lion.
Ho, porter! Guests who seek lodging!
And then the stab, he says to me, "Don't teach me, sir. I'm tough and stringy. I'll bring you indigestion."
Your Majesty!
Yes, Dunsworth.
Not Dunsworth, sir.
You're not? Well, then who the devil are you?
I'm the new gatekeeper. Molden's my name. You fired the last gatekeeper last week, sir.
Did I really? Well, I do suppose you have a point for coming in here. I dare say you certainly did bring a good deal of cold weather with you. Certainly a dreadful blizzard, wouldn't you say, my love?
Oh, yes, my lord. The most dreadful blizzard. Most unseasonable.
Well, yes, and it turns out that I do have good reason to bring it with me, sire.
Bring what?
The blizzard, sire. You see, it's...
Oh, and how are you enjoying your new duties as our gatekeeper? Dunsworth, I believe you said your name was. Though I don't suppose there'll be much gatekeeping to be done tonight, that with the cold weather and blizzard and all.
The most dreadful blizzard. Most unseasonable.
Well, yes. And it turns out that I do have some gatekeeping to be done, sire. For I have in the antechamber 3 visitors from the south. 2 humans and some sort of froggy thing. They said they come for the autumn weeks.
Is this in the south? At this time of year?
Most unseasonable.
Well, yes, and the older one, the froggy thing, isn't in much of a speaking condition, you see. I gave him a drop or 2 of the autumn brew, and for a creature of his size, it might have been two drops too many.
Well, bring them in. How can we refuse them in the legendary hospitality of the gentle giants of Harping?
Bring them in.
Ah, here they are. What brings you to Harping, children?
Please, sire, if the lady in the green kirtle salutes you by us and says you'd like to have us for your autumn feast.
What good children!
Yes, quite excellent children. Dunsworth? I thought you said there were 3 of them.
Well, there were 3 of them, sire. Hey, where's your friend, the one that got all tipsy?
Oh, I not a man, and I not a mother frog. I a marswiggle, a very respectable.
What is that horrid thing?
He's quite alright, Your Majesty. Really, he is. You'll like him much better when you get to know him. I'm sure you will. He'd like to stay for the feast too.
At your service, my lady.
What's the matter with this one? He hasn't spoken a word.
I'm chilled, my lord, and it's just that we've been walking such a long way, and the poor child. We do wrong to keep our guests standing. Quick, some of you, take them away. Give them food and wine and bags, and comfort the little girl. Give her all that she wants, lollipops and dolls, lullabies and toys. We must keep her happy for the celebration tomorrow.
Yes, I'll give them soft beds, for they must have plenty of rest. The feast is tomorrow night, and tomorrow the court and I will be out for the greater part of the day hunting venison for the feast. Dunsworth!
It's both.
Yes, it's both. Take these 2 and show them to the grooms at once.
And you, my dear, come, dear, come. You shall have your very own nurse. Nurse, take this little one to her room and give her all that she wants. We must keep her so very happy for when the celebration comes tomorrow. Good night. There now. Here is your room, my pet. And here is a lovely warm robe for you to spend the evening in. Though I dare say it may be a bit large for such a pretty little thing. Now, take off that awful wet cloak and I'll hang it on the edge of the bed for you. Is it still snowing, Nurse? No, raining now, Rain will wash away all the nasty snow shame that. Oh well, and tomorrow Precious Puppet will have plenty of lovely new toys to play with. Good night. Who's that? Who's that?
These are human child.
Aslan?
I told you to remember the signs, human child.
Where are you? Are you angry with me?
Tell me the signs.
I don't know.
You know what will happen if you cannot remember.
I'm sorry. I'm trying to remember. This is a dream.
I gave you a quest.
It was just till we reached Harpay, sir.
You have forgotten my signs. You have forsaken the quest. And you forsake the lost prince as well.
No, I'm sorry, Alman. Please, forgive me.
Forgotten my signs.
Help me, Aslan.
2. Journey north to the ruined city of the ancient giants. 3. You shall find writing on stone there. Do what the writing tells you. Remember the signs.
Good morning, my chickling. See, Nurse has brought Pretty Poppet's pretty friends to come and play with her.
Good morning, Paul. Are you feeling better? I am, but Puddleglum says he has a headache.
Please, not so loud. There's no need to shout.
I've slept 15 hours, I believe, and I say, you're awfully quiet this morning.
Just look.
Where?
Out the window.
Why? What a capital view you have. Why, you can clearly see the roof.
Well, if those aren't the ruins of a giant city, I don't know what are.
And it has writing across the stone.
We've missed the second and third sign.
It's all my fault. I've given up repeating the signs to myself every night. If only I'd been thinking about them, I could have seen that it was a city, even in all that snow.
And worse, I did see, or nearly did, but I thought it looked uncommonly like a ruined city last night.
The truth is, we were so jolly keen on getting to this place, ever since we heard about that lady figure, that we've been thinking about nothing else. We've nearly forgotten Briggs really.
I shouldn't wonder if that wasn't exactly what she intended.
What I don't understand is how we didn't see the lettering. Or could it have come there in the night? If Aslan had put it there during the night, I had such a crude dream. I dreamt that Aslan was angry with me. He kept asking me to tell him the signs, and I couldn't remember. And then suddenly I looked up and there were those words, under me.
Wait a minute. We did see it last night. We got into the lettering. Don't you see? That trench you fell into. That must have been the letter E and me. We were right on top of it and we missed it. Only 4 slows to go by and we muffed the first 3.
You mean I have? But all the same, what are the instructions? Under me doesn't seem to make much sense.
Yes, it does, though. Well, it means we have to look for the lost prince under that city.
But how can we?
How can we now? That's the question. No doubt if we'd had our minds on the task and we were actually there, we'd have been shown how. How to do it now, that's another matter.
Puddleglum, perhaps you yourself found it. Remember, you said that you spotted a cave that went very far back into the rock. Perhaps that could be the entrance to get under the city.
We shall just have to go back.
Oh, it's that easy, is it? We might try to open that door to begin with. It's much too high for any of us to reach.
We could tell them. I mean, the question everything.
No, that we mustn't do. Aslan said nothing about including giants in our quest. Besides, who knows if they'd let us out?
Alright. Then our only chance is to try and sneak away. Might there be an hour in the afternoon when most of the giants are asleep? And if there was, we could sneak down to the kitchen and find a back door. Kitchens are usually the place that have back doors.
Hardly what I call a chance.
But perhaps it is. Remember that the king said that he and most of the court were going hunting today to prepare for the feast tonight. Mightn't we sneak away before they get back?
Yes, of course. Good thinking, Paul. But we must put them off their guard. We must make them think that we love being here and are longing for this autumn feast.
Married! What? That's what we've got to be. Married. Frolicsome. As if we had to care in the world. Oh, I know you two don't always have the best of spirits. But if you just watch me, you'll learn a bit. Watch this. We have to be married. Like this. Frolicsome. Just watch me, you'll catch on fast.
Marries the word. If we can only get someone to open this door when we're fooling about being married, we've got to find out all we can about this castle.
Now, my puppets, like to come and see the king and all the court setting out on the hunting. It's such a pretty sight.
Ah, our weary travelers, come to see us off.
I'll go this way. Yes, your majesty, on such a merry day as today, we couldn't possibly feel any merrier, which goes to show
Oh, please! You're not going away, are you? You will come back!
Yes, we'll be back this afternoon.
And I shall be in the kitchen preparing for the feast all day. You're welcome to stop in any time you like.
How lovely! And we may come to the feast tonight, mayn't we? We're so longing for tonight, and we just so love being here. And today, we may run over the whole castle and see everything, mayn't we? Oh, do say yes.
But of course, my pet. Farewell, my love, off to your hunt.
Release the hounds!
And I shall be in the pantry.
Oh, nurse, I do wish it were this evening already. I hope the time goes quickly. What should I wear? And will I be allowed to sit up a long time? And will there be dancing, nurse?
Now, my chickling, you needn't fret. Either. Now, why don't you and your friends run along and play?
We will. Oh, and nurse, if we should want to go out today for a walk on the moor, might there be a back door we can lead through, so as not to disturb the gentleman at the gate?
My young puppet is full of questions. Yes, my dear, there is a little door. It's really for the cat, but it should do nicely for you. Out the back of the scullery, just behind the counter. Now, I'm off to tend to my duties. Stay out of trouble, young ones. Very well. They're such dear little things at that age. It almost seems a pity.
Well, it's almost time to make a break for it. I must say, you've done splendidly today, Paul. You've been downright tricky, and I don't think anyone suspects a thing. My little puppet.
Scrub, you tell anyone back at the experiment house anything I've said today, I will never speak to you again.
You need to worry about that. But it's true that girls certainly do these sorts of things better than boys do.
even boys do it better than marshwiggles.
Hello, dearie. Have you come for a bite to eat?
Here we go again. Oh, yes, please, your majesty.
Here, we must fatten you up.
It's delicious.
Well, that job job's about finished, and the back door is open so as the cat can get in and out. And well, I'm going to try and catch 40 winks if only that blaming hunting party doesn't come back too soon.
When do they usually get back?
Well, you never can tell. Now go on for a bit, dearies.
Don't try it until we're sure she's asleep, or it'll spoil everything. Right.
Don't move too quickly. There's a chance the Queen might not have seen us leaving the kitchen. Not that we'll last that long out here in the open anyway. But whatever you do, don't run. As soon as we look like people running away, we're done for. Oh, don't run! Not even yet!
There they are! After them!
Come on!
They've seen us. Run!
Rather than being stuck down here in a tunnel where it's 10 to 1 there's water and gases and dragons.
And how do stop being so horrid? You're staring cold.
Oh, careful. But some of this rock's falling aside. Oh, save yourself!
We'll never get up that way again.
I say, it's pretty warm down here. We must be a long way down. Maybe nearly a mile.
What make you here, creatures of the overworld?
Who's there?
I am the warden of the marches of Underland. With me 70 earthmen in arms.
Oh, I said, that is a cheery lot. These chaps don't teach me to take a more serious view on life. I don't know what will.
Tell me, creatures, who you are, and what is your end in the deep ground?
Oh, we fell down here by accident.
Many fall down.
And here we come to the solid lands!
Make ready now. Come with me to the queen of the deep ground.
What does she want with us?
For will not be questioned, but obey. Now march.
But they all asleep. Father Time himself, they say, lies asleep in one of these caverns. Many come down and few return to his sunlit land. It is said that they all awake at the end of the world. But come, soon we take ship at the pale beaches and sail across the skyless waters.
Skyless waters? By Jove, do you mean there's a whole ocean down here?
What I'd like to know is if anyone from our world, from up top I mean, has ever made this journey before.
Many have taken ship at the pale beaches and...
Oh, yes, I know. Few return to the sunlit lands. He's a chap with one idea, isn't he?
Keep moving.
Greetings, Highness. I trust your slumber was refreshing?
Yes. Rather. Look up, where is Her Majesty?
Her Highness is out inspecting the work of the digging, sire. They say they are very close to breaking through the overworld.
They're so near. It's our hour, nearly upon us.
It is, sir, it is. But some of the gnomes have been talking, and we don't like the idea of going out to that roofless place with all that awful sun, that great empty sky.
Silence! Your counsel is needed to be requested. Your words, senseless they are, ill-advised. You and your kind follow Her Majesty on whatever errand she deems worthy of her attention, and if I hear one word to the contrary.
Yes, my lord.
Is this your idea? How my kingdom should be? A black pit! Yes, my lady and I reign in a palace, is in a dark and sunless land. This entire city, seething as it is, you and your worthless lot, fills me with loathing. Is this your idea of paradise? A hole in the earth. Ha!
What a ghastly voyage. How long will we at sea?
It's hard to say.
Yes, another voyage like that, and we'd all look as glum as this part. Have you seen this place? A whole underground city, and every face on it as dull as if it came from a funeral.
Silence! We've arrived. Many sink down to the underworld.
And few return to the sunlit lands. But the Queen's Grace has gone hence on a great affair. We best keep these chalk dwellers in straight prison.
What coil are you keeping over there, Puddleglum? Overwhelmers. Bring them here. Let that presently.
Please, Your Highness.
It pleases my Highness principally to be obeyed, old mother. Bring them here. Greetings, overwhelmers. Stay a moment. I've seen you two in this your strange governor before. Was it not you three that met me on the borders of Edinburgh by the bridge as I rode by my lady's side?
You with the black figure, the one you never spoke.
And that lady with you, is she this Queen of Underworld?
Because if she is, I think she was jolly mean to send us off to a castle of giants who intended to eat us. What harm have you done?
Ah! You are not so young, warrior boy. You and I would have fought to the death on this matter. For I can hear no words against my lady's love. Furthermore, what is your errand in the deep realm?
Please, return to my Prince Brilliant of Narnia.
Oh! Really? Narnia? What land is that? It's a strange fantasy indeed. Brings you seeking this, what did you call it? Billion? Trillion? My lady's spell. Indeed, to my certain knowledge, there is no man under that name here.
We had been told to look for a message on the stones of the city ruins, and we saw the words under me.
You were the more deceived. Had you but asked my lady, she would have given you better counsel. Those words, all that is left of a longer script that was once carved into the tombstone of the ancient king of giants. The full epitaph expressed this verse, though under earth and throneless now I be. But while I lived, all earth was under me. Over time, the elements had worn the writing away, till only 2 words could still be read. Was it not the merriest jest in the world that you should have thought were written to you?
Paul, don't you mind him? There are no mistakes when Aslan's on guard. He was there where the Giant King caused those letters to be cut, and he knew already all that would come of it, including this.
This guide of yours must be very old, friend.
Oh yeah? But it seems to me that this lady of yours must be a long liver too. She remembers the verse as it was when it was originally cut.
Very true, Frogface. And you struck the truth. She's a divine race and knows no age. I am the more thankful to her for all the infinite bounty. Such a poor, mortal wretch as I. You must know, sirs, I'm a man that has the most strange afflictions, and none but the Queen's Grace would have had patience with. But please you, be seated. Gentlemen, little maiden, you must be weary from your travels. Eat and drink. Must know, I know nothing of who I once was or whence I came into this dark world. I can remember no time when I was not, as now, dwelling at the court of this heavenly Queen. But it is my thought that she saved me from some dark and evil enchantment, for even now I vow by a spell from which my lady alone can free me.
A spell?
Every night comes now, my mind is most horribly changed. I become furious! Wild! Refreshed! For my dearest friends! To kill them! Why
She has made me king of the land and overworld and set its crown upon my head. The very land is already chosen as the exact place of our breaking out. The earthmen have worked both day and night, tunneling away beneath it, and have now gone so far that they dig not a score of feet beneath the very grass on which the umbrellas fall. It will be very soon now that the umbrellas' fate will be upon them. She herself is at the diggings tonight, and I expect a message to go to her. Then, the roof of earth separates me from my kingdom shall be broken. Shall ride, bolt and arms, fall suddenly on my enemies, cast down their strong places, and doubtless be crowned king within 24 hours.
That's a bit of a rough thumb on the back.
What's a lad of wondrous and good working with it? On my honor, I never thought of it so before. I see your meaning. Why on gravity? Is it not the most comical and ridiculous thing to think of them all going about their business, never dreaming beneath their peaceful fields and floors, the lives of a great army, ready to spring out upon them? They themselves, when once the first sting of defeat is over, can hardly choose but to laugh at the thought.
Well, I don't think it's funny at all. I think you'll be a wicked tyrant.
So, little maiden and deep politician? But, never fear, in ruling that land I shall do all by the counsel of my lady. Her word shall be my law.
Well, where I come from, they don't think much of men who are bossed about by their wives.
Thou shalt think otherwise when thou hast a man of thine own, I warrant you.
So, once you've conquered this country, then you'll be freed of your enchantment.
Aye. Or so my lady is told. But until then, my only hope of deliverance is this. The silver chair. My lady has crafted for me a throne. Deep magic. It is to this chair I am bound every night by its most wonderful enchantments. My mind is restored. Friends, my hour is now very near. Feel fury beginning to set upon me. I'm ashamed that you should see me like this, as I tread being left alone. They will come in presently to bind me. I think I can even hear the soft feet upon the stair now. Quickly! Stay in them until they are gone, then, if you will, return and sit with me in my ravings.
That queen is a witch and enemy, I'm sure. But we need to keep our eyes and ears open.
Come first. My hour is not yet upon me. So I can hear it from you. Quickly! When the fury is upon me, may it well be that I shall beg and implore you with all manner of entreaties and threatenings to loose my bonds. I shall call upon you by all that is most dear and most dreadful. Do not listen. Harden your hearts and stop your ears. For while I am bound to unsafe, I will abandon this church.
Oh, you no need to worry. No wish to be a wild man.
All the same, let's be on our guard. When we cut him to get started on Shiller, can we all trust each other? We all promise that no matter what he says, we don't touch those chains.
Rather.
There is nothing in the world you can say or do to make me change my mind.
Good. Wait, look.
Enchantments, enchantments. The heavy, tangled, cold. Drive me away from evil magic! Buried alive! Dragged under the earth! Up the earth! It's been terrible! 10,000 in the pit! Oh, let me go. Let me feel the wind and see the sky! Quickly, I am saying now. Every night I am saying. Do not for this cursed chair. If it lasts, I would be a man again. But you're not enemies. I am not your prisoner. Quick, loose my chains.
Stand fast. Steady.
I beseech you to hear me. And they told you that if I were released, I would kill you? It is a lie. It is at this very hour, as I am in my right mind, it is all the rest of the day, as I am under the enchantment. You are not earthmen or witches. Of your courtesy, loose my bonds.
Steady.
Oh, you have hearts of stone. Believe me, you look upon a wretch who is born almost more than any mortal can bear. What wrong have I done you? You should side with my enemies to keep me in such miseries. Now, you can save me at this very hour when she is away. Oh, take from me a chance that may never come again.
This is dreadful. I do wish we'd stayed away until it was over.
Steady. Steady.
Give me my soul. Let me go! Fire up! Out of this chair! We take such revenge on the underworld! The undermen of this country! That the underworld, has stinkered for 1,000 years!
Now, beginning. I hope those chains are alright.
Just chair. You can feel its magic overwhelming me once more. Once and for all, I beg you, I implore you to set me free. By all, our fears and our loves, by the great skies of overworld, by the lion, by Aslan himself, and may set me free, loose my bonds.
It's the sign. It's the words of the sign.
What are we to do?
Surely Aslan didn't mean for us to unbind this lunatic.
It could be a trap.
Nobody knew.
But we do know. Aslan never told Paul what would happen. He only told her what to do. Now, that man will be the death of us, which is up, no doubt. But that doesn't let us off following Aslan's son.
All right.
Come on, Scrub.
In the name of Aslan.
Sorcery. Lest your mistress use you for another. Mushroom. A real, live, honest, brownie mushroom.
Yes.
So you have heard of Narnia, after all?
And I forgot it. And I was under the spell. That's and all other devilments are gone now. You may well believe, as I know of Narnia. Bride, Brilliant, son of Caspian the Tenth, Prince of Narnia.
My lord, we
We have come hither for no other reason than to find you.
And who are you? My other rescuers.
This is Jill, and I'm Eustace. We were sent by Aslan himself from beyond the world's end to seek your highness.
I owe between you a greater debt than I could ever hope to repay. But my father, is he yet alive?
The king sailed east again before we left Narnia. But my lord, you must consider, he is very old. It's 10 to 1 he must die on the voyage.
He is old, you say. But it has been many years that I have been under the witch's spell. But wait! I hear footsteps! Earthmen returning to unbind me as it were. Quick, Eustace, lock the door! Stay a moment. I have a better thought than that. I will fool these earthmen. Aslan, you be the wit. I'm sure you will doubtless hear with great joy that the enchantments which once held me are now ended forever. There was, it seems, some small error in your ladyship's way of treating me. These, my true friends, have saved me. I am now in my right mind. I am the king's son of Narnia, only child cast in the tent. It is now my duty, as it is also my purpose, to depart suddenly from your court and return to my own land. Please it your highness to grant me and my friends safe passage and a guide through your dark realm.
Narnia? I have often heard your lordship utter that name in your ravings. Dear prince, you are very sick. There is no land called Narnia.
Yes, there is though, ma'am. You see, I happen to have lived there.
Indeed. And tell me, I pray you, where that country is.
Oh, it's up there somewhere. Not exactly sure where.
How? Is there a country up among the stones and mortar on the roof?
Oh, no. It's an overworld.
Oh. What or where, pray, is this? How do you call it? Overworld.
Oh, don't be silly. As if you didn't know. It's up above. Up where you can see the sun, and the sky, and the stars. Why, you've been there yourself. We met you there.
Oh, I cry you mercy, little brother. I've no memory of that meeting. But we often meet our friends in strange places where we dream. And unless all dreams alike, well, you must not ask them to remember it.
Madam, I've already told you, I'm the king's son of Narnia.
And shall be, dear friend, king of many a land of lands and islands. We've been there too.
Oh, and thou art queen of Narnia too, I doubt not, pretty one.
I very certainly am not. We come from another world.
Oh, this is a prettier game than the other one. And tell us, little maid, where is this other world? What ships and chariots go between it and ours?
Well, there's... Yes. No. I suppose that other world must all be a dream.
Yes. It is all a dream.
Yes, all a dream.
There never was such a world.
There never was such a world.
There never was any world but mine.
Never was any world but yours.
I'm not quite sure what you want me by world, but you can sprinkle that dust till your fingers fall off. You won't make me forget Narnia. Sure, I won't be seeing it again, but I know I lived there once. Oh, I remember the night sky full of stars. And I've seen the sun coming up over the ocean in the morning, setting behind the mountains at night. And I've seen him in the midday sky when you couldn't look at him for the brightness of it.
Of course. Of course. The sun. How could we have forgotten it?
By Jove, so we have. Good for you, Puddleglum. You're the only one of us with any sense.
What is this sun that you all speak of? Do you mean anything by the word?
Yes, we jolly well do.
Well, can you tell me what it's like?
Decent. Your Highness, see this lamp? It is round and yellow and hangeth more from the roof. Well, this thing that we call the sun is like the lamp, only far greater and brighter, and hangeth in the sky.
Hangeth from the what, my lord? You see, when you try to think out clearly what this sun may be, you cannot tell me. You can only tell me it is light, the lamp. The sun is a dream. The lamp is the real thing. The sun is merely a tale, a children's tale.
Yes, I see now. It must be so.
There is no sun.
There is no sun.
There never was a sun.
There was a sun. But there's Aslan.
Aslan? What a pretty name. What does it mean?
He is a great lion.
What is a lion?
Don't you know? How do we explain it to her? Have you ever seen a cat?
Oh, surely, I love cats.
Well, a lion is a little bit, only a little bit, mind you, like a huge cat.
Oh, I see, Eustace. You know better with your lion, as you call it, than we did with your sun. You've seen lamps, and you imagined a bigger and a better lamp and called it the sun. And now you've seen cats, and now you want a bigger and a better cat, and it's to be called a lion. Well, 'tis a pretty name indeed, though to say truth, it would suit you all better if you were younger. And look, how you can put nothing into your make-believe without copying it from the real world. But all of you, put away these childish tricks. I have worked for you all in the real world. There is no Narnia, no overworld, no sun, no Aslan. And now, to bed, all, and let us begin a wiser life. Tomorrow I will have lovely silver chairs for each of you. But first, to bed, to sleep, deep sleep, sleep without foolish dreams.
Aslan!
What are you doing? Dare to touch my fire and get mud-filled, and I'll turn the blood to fire in thy veins.
One word, madam. One word. All you've been saying is true. I've no doubt. But there's one thing more that needs to be said. Suppose that we have all dreamt or made up these things. Trees, grass, the sun, even Aslan himself. Suppose we have. Well, it seems to me that the made-up things are a good deal more important than the real ones. And suppose that this black pit of a kingdom of yours is the old world. Well, it strikes me as a pretty poor one. And that's a funny thing when you come to think of it. We're just babies playing a game according to you. Well, poor babies playing a game to make it playable that links all real world horror. That's why I'm gonna stand by the playground. I'm gonna follow Aslan, even if there's no Aslan to lead me. I'm gonna live as a Narnia, even if there's no Narnia at all. So, if you don't mind, gentlemen, lady and I are going to depart from your courts and spend the rest of our lives searching in the dark for overworld. Our lives will be too long, shouldn't matter. That's a small loss for the world's door places you say.
Guards! Kill them!
My child, don't be afraid. Look what pain this foolishness has come. Don't be afraid. Listen. It's all a dream. Foolish, childish tricks. Very sick. That's right. I have work for you. Make them. Don't be afraid. It's all a dream.
My royal mother is the bench. This is doubtless the same worm that I pursued in vain in the forest of Narnia so many years ago. All this time, I was captive, my mother's murderer. But I'm glad that she returned to her serpent form at the last, for it would not have sat well with my heart nor with my honor to have slain a woman. How is your foot? Noble mushroom.
Well, I suppose I could. Oh.
Poor Puddleglum, come here.
Look, I don't mean to put you all in a rush, but should we be deciding on how we're going to get out of here? And with all those Earthmen out there, I mean, we jolly well can't go marching to the band of the harbor and ask them to take us out of here.
We needn't risk it. Remember the diggings. I know that they are very close to here, and I know that they are very near to breaking through. Only a few feet of earth, separated from the outer air. If only they are yet unguarded.
Well, I don't suppose it is.
Wait, what's that noise?
The earth is shaking. This silent land has found its tongue at last.
What is that red light in there? Is something on fire?
Look at that ship in the harbor. Why is it coming on so quickly? It's in the street.
Like a lion, the sea is rising.
Whatever can be happening? Fire and water and all those earthmen dodging about the streets.
I'll tell you what it is. It's that witch. She laid a train of magic spells. So the instant she was killed, well, this whole place would fall apart.
As Tiddick friend Wiggle, we are looking the end of the underworld.
Are we going to just here and wait.
Not by my counsel. If we hurry, we may still reach the diggings before the way is completely flooded. I will take my sword, but I doubt we will have any need of it now. Earthmen are doubtless trying to return to their own country even further below this one. Now, let us all shake hands as true friends who may soon be parted. Then, let's go out into the city and face the adventure set for us.
So long, Jim. Sorry I've been rather uphill. I hope you get home safe.
So long, Eustace. And I'm sorry that I've been such a pig.
Come, brothers.
Leave your friend Wiggle.
Tom!
It's better than giants too. Quickly, the diggings are close.
Is everyone alright?
Yeah, I'm fine. But there's lamps. There's only driven pale. How long do you think?
You don't mean to say you think they're going out?
Well, however they work, can't expect them to last forever, you know.
With little light these lamps have left is our only hope.
Yes, let's hurry.
And remember, the good thing about being buried out here is it'll save on funeral expenses.
Our good friends, whether we live or die, Aslan will be our good Lord.
Well, my goodness, what a night that was.
Oh, good morning, ma'am.
Good morning, Sir Ernest.
I'm so sorry to disturb you so last night, but really your home was the closest.
Oh, it was no trouble, really. I'm glad you brought them to me. They all looked so tired. And that poor little daughter of Eve, why, she was asleep before her head even hit the pillow. Where in the world did you find her?
Well, it was the most peculiar and wonderful thing. Last night, we folks were having our midnight fair dance over by the fort, when suddenly we heard a noise. We looked over to the hillside, and there we saw the daughter of Eve, Seriah sitting over in the cave, with her head sticking outside the hill and calling for help. Well, naturally, we all came running at once.
And what about the other two?
Somehow, no Puddleglum? Well, we pulled them out right after her, but those three weren't the only ones who found that helper.
There was another?
Yes, and by the lion, you never guess who it was. Prince Brilliant himself.
Prince Brilliant? After all these years?
Yes. We immediately called the centaurs and had them taken care of at once.
Prince Brilliant!
Where are we?
Oh, don't worry, child. You're back in Narnia.
None.
We've made it back.
Woohoo! How are you? I come with important news from Camp Rebel. Grandmother.
What is it, Mrs. Grandmother?
Caspian the King is returning this very morning. His ship will dock in a couple of hours. Really and his auntie want to see him. Oh, and you two were supposed to come.
Wait! Where are we? What's happened? Probably still stuck in that tunnel as likely as not. All delusional.
No! Puddleglum! I was saying, we're back in Narnia. The tunnel led us right to it.
Yes, this must have been the land that Witch so desperately wanted to conquer.
Oh. Well, then the next question is, What's happened since we've been gone? War with the Colormans, no doubt. Or dragons and...
Really, Mr. Marshall? You must sit down while I tend to that foot of yours. Looks just dreadful.
Only have to cut it off at the elbow.
We really must be going.
Here's no time to lose.
Very well.
Goodbye, dear Puddleglum. I'm sorry we called you work language.
So am I. You've been the best friend in the world.
And I do hope we'll meet again.
There's not much chance of that. And I don't suppose I'll be seeing my old wigwam again either. And the prince. He's a fine fellow. Wait, do you think he's very strong? Constitution probably ruined living underground all those years.
Hunter! You're a regular old camper. You sound as dull as a funeral. Tell me you're perfectly happy.
And you sound as if you were scared of everything, when really, you're as brave as I am.
Well, speaking of funerals, there's... Well, I wouldn't have expected her to do that. Although, I am fine looking chap.
Look, we have a listing. The ship's just arrived.
Narnians, I give you Rin, King of Narnia.
I've come.
Oh, Aslan, I'm so sorry. We only barely made it.
Think of that no more. I will not always be scolding. You have done the task for which I sent you to Narnia. Now come. Son of Anima, go into that thicket and pluck the thorn that you find there. Bring it to me. Drive it into my paw, son of Adam.
Must I?
You must.
Eustace, wonderful to see you again.
Aslan, didn't he, hasn't he just died?
He has. Most people have, you know. There are very few who have not. Even I have.
Oh, I see what's bothering you. You think I'm a ghost, or some nonsense.
Then you're not dead?
Don't you see? I'd be dead if I appeared in Narnia now, because I don't belong there anymore. But one can't be a ghost in one's own land. In Aslan's country, Why? Your own might not be your own either. How about you here?
Is it true, Aslan?
Yes, may we stay?
No, my dears. You must return to your own world for a while. When you meet me here again, you will have come to stay.
Sir, I've always wanted to have just one glimpse of their world. Is that all?
You cannot want wrong things anymore, my son, now that you have died. As they return to their world, you shall see into it, for a few moments of their time.
I don't know why you want to come back with us, Caspian. We're only just going back to Experiment House, and when we left, we were being chased by some pretty rotten bullies.
Fear not, son of Adam. For as you return, you all shall teach those bullies their deserved lesson with the flaps of your blades. Tell me, After all you've encountered, giants and enchantments, do a score of bullies still frighten you? Furthermore, just as Caspian shall be able to see into your world, so they shall be able to see into this. And I can assure you, none of them have seen a lion before. Come on.
We'll come to stay.
So since tonight is our last performance, if you'll indulge me for just a minute here, I'd like to recognize a couple of people that have been instrumental in putting on this production. First off, we had a very special guest this evening, the person who adapted this script from the original novel, Mr. Matt Nagley. Next, I'd like to recognize our crew who've done such a great job in moving around these big pieces on stage. We have Sarah Nichols, Doug Nichols, and Alex Harden. Next, I'd like to recognize our fantastic costume manager. Aren't these costumes just spectacular? Jump on stage, take us out. Next, I'd like to recognize someone who has helped us out a whole lot with facilities and with lighting and just a whole bunch of different jobs, and that is Katie Conkey. And finally, I've saved the best for last. I'd like to recognize the person who held this production together, was just such a huge help to me every step of the way, in the filming, rehearsals, everything. My fantastic stage manager, Rachel Thompson.
Unbeknownst to Matthew, who has put this all together, working over the last couple months with the cast, and then even before that, getting concepts and everything ready, doing the filming and orchestrating this huge cast and everything, putting an amazing show together. Matthew and Seriah's got this book that we've all signed. It's The Silver Chair, Wonder of Wonders. It's special, so we've all signed it, so thank you so much, Matthew.
We're gonna give you one last cry. You ready, guys?
Yes.
1, 2, 3.